As a Black woman who is constantly changing her aesthetic throughout the week, whether it's because I'm going to work or I'm about to go out, I don't attract Black men when I look like this.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
Not so much.
And why not?
I'll say more so like the hair.
So some of you have been asking me to make a video on the viral Pop the Balloon show where the guy said he's not entirely attracted to the girl or she's not his type because of the length of her natural hair. Now, when that video was trending, I just wasn't in the best state of mind to make any video. I know I'm late to the party, but I'm still going to share my thoughts on the whole thing anyways. And also, before we get into today's video, I want you all to know that I'm an overthinker. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, so we're going to be dissecting every word. You were going to be dissecting and breaking everything down just so you can understand my point of view and just so I can convince you to see things the way I'm seeing them. Okay? Hi, I'm Essie and you're welcome to my channel where the conversation is real and Essie's got the tea. If you're new to this channel, I teach Black women how to grow, love and embrace their natural hair, and on this channel we challenge the narrative that wigs and weaves, non-textured, they are better than our natural hair, which is not true. Okay? Now, without wasting much of a time, let's get into it.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
Not so much.
And why not?
I'll say more so like the hair. So more so attracted to longer hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I do not watch Pop the Balloon show, but I watch the short clips that I see on TikTok, on Facebook, just wherever I come across their clip, I watch. But the long form, Pop the Balloon stuff, I do not watch. All right, now from this video, you can see that she's wearing her natural hair in a wash and go. It looks like a wash and go, and her hair was shrunken from the whole gel and all of that. She was literally rocking her kinky coily natural hair, the exact hair type he has on his head. To me, his response was vague. When he said he's attracted to long hair, what did he actually mean? Did he mean long, straight hair? Did he mean weaves? Or did he actually mean long, natural hair and not so much of the shrunken look? If I were in that show, that would have been my next question. Like, what did you actually mean? Before, I need to understand your context. I need to understand what you're saying before I can respond to you. Because either way, there is just something problematic about the whole subtext of his response. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. Since I do not know what he actually meant, we are going to be addressing the three possibilities. One, if he's attracted to straight hair. Two, if he's referring to weaves. Or three, if he's referring to long natural hair. We're going to be addressing these three possibilities. It's okay to have a preference. Like, it's literally okay to have a preference. We all have preferences. I do not like men with full beards. I don't like beards. I can do with goatee and mustache, no sideburns, but you see those full beards that you can literally braid? I don't like them. I don't find them attractive. Just unless maybe I just like the person, but it's not, you would never find me with someone with that much beard. And if we start dating and you start keeping them, there might be a problem because it's not, I don't find it attractive. I also do not like bulky men. You see those men that have power. Stay away from me. Like, I like them fit, no pot belly, just stay fit, and not so much, just stay fit. All right, but there are some women that would die to have a big boy. A little big boy is coffee season. Boy, they like those men that have muscle. I don't like them. I don't find it attractive. I mean, I love, what do they call it? Is it tricep or bicep? I don't even know what they call this, but I love it. But I do not like those extremely bulky ones. So we all have preferences. These are my preferences when I'm looking at someone, right? I love long fingers for whatever reason, I don't know, but I like it clean, long, short. Oh, I don't want to start telling people what I like, but that is it. We all have preferences. However, there are some preferences that are deeply rooted in a lot of things. Like, your preference is a reflection of some things. It can be harmful, it can be good, we do not know. Now, in this context, if you were saying that his preference was long, straight hair, which means he likes seeing his women with straight hair when it's long, there are two possibilities. But the first one, I'm going to rule it out because that show is entirely for Black people, right? I would have said he's attracted to non-Black women, but for him to come to that show, which is like predominantly, Black people, it's a Black people show, yeah? For him to come to that show, it means he was looking for a Black woman, right? So I'm assuming he meant maybe a woman who has long, straight hair, right? Or long, relaxed hair, right? Or a black woman who is always wearing her hair straightened and it's long. He wants them to be flowy. There is something problematic about that choice. I don't know. But some of you subconsciously do not know that you are conditioned. In my video where I addressed conditioning and assimilation, it was because of this particular video. That was why I made that video. Okay, so if you've not seen that video on conditioning and assimilation, please go check it out so you can understand what I'm trying to say. Most black men are conditioned, but the reason why it's usually black women that tend to be at the forefront is because of how black women or women in general are concerned with beauty. Now, for most black men, grew up in households where they've never seen their mom's natural hair. They have aunties, sisters, cousins, and all of them typically wear weaves and wigs. Or they are always straightening their hair. There is always a hot comb burning somewhere on the stove in preparation to fry someone's hair. So most of them grew up in households where they are either stigmatizing and marginalizing natural hair, demonizing natural hair, and all of that. And, things like that. Most black people grew up from homes like that. So imagine that kind of black man who has been conditioned to think like that, to see things like that. His mindset will always be silky hair, straight hair is a lot better. They are more better and more desirable. I mean, we've seen it play out. We've seen black women come out to talk about how they do not feel confident showing their natural hair to their boyfriend. They don't think their boyfriend likes their natural hair. They are scared to show their boyfriend their natural hair. Their boyfriend said, "Oh, babe, I don't like your hair like this. Go get a wig." We've seen it play out. We've seen people come out to complain.
Can we talk about something? I feel like everybody's always giving black women advice about how they should present themselves and how they should look so that they attract a certain type of man or a black man in general. As a black woman who is constantly changing her aesthetic throughout the week, whether it's because I'm going to work or I'm about to go out, I don't attract black men when I look like this. I'm gonna be so for real, I don't. Black men do not check for me when I look like this. And I look like this 9 times out of 10. They do not check for it. I don't care how cute I look, how well my makeup is done, how feminine I dress. They do not look at me twice when my hair looks like this. The only time I feel like I get a strong pull and a strong reaction from black men is when I wear a wig. Honorable mention for braids. Sometimes braids braids too. But when I go out looking like this, they don't want me. I don't know if it's because they think I look old or I look like an auntie, but this is my aesthetic Monday to Friday. So I'm just sick of the cap. Like, I'm sick of hearing, I want a feminine woman. I want a woman who wears her natural hair. No, you don't. I really want them to learn what texturism and featureism really is. I really do, because...
So it's not just because of this show. Do you understand? We've also seen black men breaking up with their girlfriend because of their natural hair. Even the lady who popped her balloon, she did a response video to the whole pop the balloon viral video. And in that video, she said something that her boyfriend broke up with her because of her natural hair.
And my boyfriend at the time hated it. Like, he thought it looked like a boy. Like, I've had it where I had a boyfriend who, like, basically straight up told me he was no longer attracted to me because my hair was short.
It's not new that most black men do not like kinky, coily, natural hair, and it's crazy. It's wild. I told you that some of them will be the one to buy you the weave and the wig. They'll be the one to tell you, baby, you don't look presentable, you don't look good when you're wearing your natural hair. They will not even check you out. They will automatically think that you are humble. I mean, humility is not bad, but their definition of humility always equates either struggle, lack, and all of that, and they always equate natural hair to struggle or cheap. So this whole conditioning doesn't affect black women only. It's everywhere. Black people in general, we have been conditioned to see our kinky, coily, natural hair as something cheap that you can do, buy one and get one free in the market. That is exactly how we see our natural hair. So if that was what he was saying, that was what he implied, then he's subconsciously conditioned. Like, subconsciously, because he doesn't even know it's as a result of conditioning. He's just saying it as a result of, oh, let me just say it. Another point I'm going to address is when he said he likes long hair. I want to assume it's long natural hair. Like, let me just assume it's long natural hair. Who doesn't love long natural hair? I mean, there are people who love their natural hair short. Some women like to be bowed. I am one of those people. I like it short, I like it long, I like it anything, I like it. That's why I'm always cutting my natural hair, because I enjoy the short look. I enjoy when I'm bald. I enjoy when it's long. This is not my real hair anyway, but I've never even grew my hair to this point ever, because I'm always cutting it. My light just went off. Oh, I hate this, but we're going to continue anyway. Now, who doesn't like short who doesn't like long natural hair? The reason why I did that video on dirty hair is also because of this video. When I tell you that there are women who leave their scalp to be dirty just so their hair can grow. What is their preference again? Long natural hair. They want to grow long natural hair. So in this case, I'm not going to, I'm like, it's not really bad that he likes long natural hair. But like I said, some preferences are deeply rooted in conditioning, especially as Black people. Or when it comes to dating in general, your preference as a person is rooted in something. Let me reiterate, it could be harmful, it could be good, we cannot tell. And it could just be okay, it could be average, we cannot tell. So long hair is everybody doing protective style. I want my hair to grow. You're doing box braids, you're doing mini braids, you're doing mini twists, you're doing thread, you're doing different things, just so what? Your hair can grow, because that is your preference. So would you feel offended when someone tells you that they like long natural hair? Or do you feel offended because it's coming from a man? We cannot really tell. And I feel like it's okay for people to have preferences. You don't have to feel offended if you're not someone's type. However, let us stop picking specific features of people just because we want to try and tell them that, oh, I don't like this. Just say I'm not attracted to you. You don't have to tell me that my head is big. Not because it's bad, but because, especially in public, it's not right. And I also forgot to add this. Some people are saying that it's just hair. For Black people, it is not just hair. Maybe until people start seeing it as just hair, then it will be just hair. The reason why they were all mad and all of that is because it's not really just hair. You are being discriminated for the coils that grow out of your head. Your boyfriend is threatening to break up with you because of the coils on your head. It is not just hair. So like I said, this whole thing all boils down towards conditioning. Do you understand? Because this is how society, like Black people, Black women literally have to walk on eggshells. Like you're literally always conscious. You try to, manipulate your hair in a way that it is accepted in the community. And even when they are walking down the street, right, they are very conscious of locking eyes. Those people who are there to look at them and very conscious. So it is not just hair. That the fact that Black hair is political is not funny at all. It's not funny. So yes, people will feel offended when you say something to a Black woman, in regards her natural hair. So I get their point. Now for the other point about just loving long natural hair, why this can be harmful is, like, what if something happens and she decides to cut her hair? Or what if she starts experiencing hair loss, right? Or what if one day you see her hair shrunken, because natural hair shrinks? Do you get? A hair that looks like this might just look like, the person has 1 inch. So what happens when you see all these scenarios? What happens when they start playing out? Does it mean that initial attraction will just, vanish?
But fam, are you telling me that everything can be A1 on a woman, but her hair will be a reason for you not to get what? Some of y'all dudes, now he never had a chance, but let's say he did have a chance, right? Some of you dudes will lose out on a blessing, will lose out on a dime, will lose out on a good woman, a woman that could potentially be good for you, right? Because of hair. And honestly, dude, he didn't even have to really say nothing. He could have just said, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's someone I would find attractive. And then when you start dating, again, he never had a chance because she popped the balloon, right? But if she didn't, right, when y'all start dating, you could be like, hey, I think you would look better, right? If you would, I don't know, straighten your hair or something, right? Just like a woman should be able to tell her man, hey, baby, you'll look good if you put on, 10 pounds of muscle, right?
I wanted to say this, but I literally forgot, and I'm already done with the video. But I think he saved her from a lot by rejecting her, because men like this will make you suffer from low self-esteem, because they will keep reminding you or keep telling you that, oh babe, your hair is this, your hair is that. So it's actually great that he mentioned it immediately that he likes long hair, because she would suffer in the relationship. Anybody he's dating would suffer in the relationship simply because her hair is not long. So it's good that he said it. Let's continue. So these are some of the questions you should ask yourself. Why are you tying your interest and love for someone to their hair? Also, when he said about long hair, what if he was referring to weaves, right? You know, weaves, like most of the women who go to that show, most of them, they wear weaves. Most of them wear weaves. And then you'll be thinking, oh, that is a long hair. Now, when he said that is a long hair, when he sees a woman with weave, there is only one person that comes to mind, a non-black woman. What if she takes off that weave and she just has 1 inch of growth? Like beneath that weave, it is 1 inch of growth. What will happen? Like you see her now and you're attracted to her and she probably didn't pop her balloon. What would have happened when you take her home, you guys start dating, and she takes off the weave? This whole thing is just very harmful. Now, there was a lady in that video that clocked him. Let's listen to what she had to say.
Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm 33.
And Sandy, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I ended up popping it because you're attractive. You know, you got it going on. But that comment about hair, I know your mama got short hair too. She's black. At the end of the day, black women, we you don't know what to expect with our hair. We could wear it straight, we could wear it curly, and that was just like too much for me. So I don't got time for it. If you don't know, if you can't grow up from your roots, then you can't grow up with me. So that's how I feel.
Okay.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
I mean, my mom's actually on my necklace. She doesn't have short hair for one.
It doesn't matter. It's
but-
it's about who you are as a brother. Person you don't make hair don't make your personality. You dig me? It's about who you are. If you confident with short hair, long hair, it doesn't matter. Because a lot of girls that do have long hair, the hairs be thin. I have a salon. When I was 16, I brought my mother a salon with my business that I do. Yeah. So yeah, I have dealt with so many different type of hairs. Shout out to my mom, Captivated Styles in the building, Philly, we here. But what you said, it's just not for me. You need to really check on your ends before you talk about long or short hair, because a lot of girls with long hair be having no hair just because it's long is thin. So yeah, I'm sorry.
It made a lot of sense, but I picked 2 things. Or let me say 3. 1, the part about his mom, like you could just face him, no need to bring his mom into the whole thing. 2, the part about your mom having short hair, she's black. We're going to wait. I'm going to talk about that, but let's hold on. Then the part where she said a lot of girls have long hair, but it's thin. Not you trying to uplift women and still bringing them down. I don't understand. I mean, we could celebrate people without trying to bring other people down. You could just say a lot of black women have long hair, right? But I know she was trying to say that, okay, black women, some like it short, some like it bald, just like I said. Some like their hair however they want. Some have locks and all of that. Right? But not when you're trying to promote these people because of what he said, like in response to what he said, and then you decided to say that some of the girls that have long hair, their hair is thin, which is true to some extent, because there are some people who hold on to thin ends. But in this context, you are trying to promote women. So I feel like that doesn't add up. Like I feel like that doesn't just add up. Do you understand? Now the part about black women, like your mama, she has short hair. Conditioning is a thing for black people. Conditioning is a thing for black people. Like, ooh, you see this conditioning thing, it is deeply rooted. Like, I feel like before we would completely free ourselves, there is a lot of purging that needs to happen. Because the way black people think that we cannot grow hair, that is why I said people go extra miles to try to grow their hair. People go extra miles. They keep their scalp dirty. They soak their hair in water. Some of them will apply vagina cream. Some of them will apply eye cream on their scalp just because they think it grows their hair. Now we have to overcompensate because we're trying to prove a point to people and to ourselves that our hair can grow, and it just doesn't make sense. Oh, your mama, she doesn't have hair. She's black. Excuse you? Have you seen my hair? Oh, it's fake. I forgot. But then, there are black women with long hair. They are all over YouTube. The fact that we have to even remind you that, like, why do you, when your hair black, you automatically think that we cannot grow long hair? We can't grow hair. We can't grow long hair. So this whole thing is also part of the conditioning I'm talking about. Everybody is just conditioned one way or the other. Everybody is conditioned one way or the other. It can reflect in your thoughts about the length of black people's hair. If a black person has coily hair, and the next thing is like, if they have curly hair, the next thing is like, what are you mixed with? If their hair is able to grow to their waist, what are you mixed with? If they have thick hair, like just different things. So please, and I'm going to give her the grace that, you know, sometimes when you just want to make a point, you just don't know when you go off point. However, that was the first sentence she made, which means, I don't know, but that's it. The lady he said he was not attracted to made a video in response to what he said. I'm going to quickly share the clip and then we'll come back to just sum the whole thing up.
If you saw the full episode, you see that it was me who popped on him.
Okay, so we did get some pop balloons. Let's go.
And when I was asked why I popped, I say initial attraction. And then Arlette asks him, now is she your type? He says, no, the hair, I prefer longer hair. When he said, no, I'm not his type, what went through my head was, okay, what's he gonna say? What's gonna be the why? Of course, like even going into the show, I had kind of thought, what are they gonna call me out for? Whatever you want to call it, call me out for. What are they gonna say is the reason that I'm not their type? And when he said the hair, I prefer longer hair, when all that was done with, I remember like, okay, that wasn't so bad. You know, like you never know how you're gonna feel when someone's telling you what they don't like about you or what they're not into about you. But I remember like in that very moment feeling pretty proud of, like happy with myself that I didn't feel anything, you know? I felt like, okay, cool. And I think I was just happy that to feel like, okay, I'm at the place in my life where other people's words don't hurt me, you know, like they would have when I was younger. Because let's be honest, growing up with super curly type 4C hair, it was a journey. But let's pause on that and now let's fast forward to Sandy. Well, after he said that, all the women pop. And I remember thinking like, oh snap, oh snap. I was like, oh snap, this is gonna be something. When I heard all of them pop, because one, I've seen past episodes where all the women pop off of something a man says, and typically it's gonna escalate and be something. So I already had that in mind. And then we get to Sandy and she, you know, starts going at him. And I remember in that moment, I was like, okay, this is not about me. Everything she's saying is not specifically about me. I never felt like this woman or any of the women were specifically standing up for me. This was, in my mind, undoubtedly a much larger thing, you know? This was about, like, just the whole history of Black women's hair, how much I think in general, we have felt insecure about our hair because of society, like, which is something I can definitely relate to. Growing up, I used to straighten my hair all the time. I remember like in middle school swimming, I would try to get out of swimming as much as possible because I didn't want my straightened hair to get curly again. And when I was forced to go in the pool after swimming, I would stay in the locker room and I would skip lunch to straighten my hair. And my boyfriend at the time hated it. Like he thought it looked like a boy. And so that was another time when I had to just kind of work through things. And that probably made the comment the guy in the blue jacket made even less of a big deal for me. Like I've had it where I had a boyfriend who like basically straight up told me he was no longer attracted to me because my hair was short. Two, like anyone's reaction is always based on their own past experiences. I think in that whole scenario, like, as I mentioned, I don't think that this was about me specifically. I don't think it was about the guy in the blue jacket specifically. This was about a ton of other things. Yeah, so I will say I don't think it was fair for this man to get all that heat because really it wasn't, I don't think it was about him. I think it was about just society and like all the past.
That was her video, you guys. So in conclusion, I'm going to say having a preference is not bad. However, check yourself and ask yourself why you have that preference, especially as a Black person and especially when it comes to Black women's hair. Why you have that preference. Ask yourself that question, right? And like I said, I'm going to say it again, some of your preferences can be very harmful. Some of your preferences subconsciously reflect some of the things you've experienced and some of the things you've been conditioned to think about black hair. Do you understand? And having long natural hair is okay. Loving your short natural hair, cool. Being bald, fine. Locks, perfect, if that is your choice. Do you get? So far, the kinks and the coils are still there. That is like the most important thing. Do you understand? I just want to let you all know that black hair is beautiful. It is desirable. No matter what anybody says, you don't have to overcompensate for it. You don't have to bend. You don't have to compromise when it comes to your hair, because this is part of your identity. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Please do share your thoughts about this video in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Bye bye.